It's been 96 days since the second NDA BJP government assumed office. If there are three words in the vocabulary which characterize these last 96 days, it is tyranny, chaos, and anarchy. The first 96 days of the NDA BJP government's second term can be summed up in three words. It is chaos, it's tyranny, chaos, and anarchy. Today, economic growth is at 5%. But it is not only the 5% which is a cause of concern. Today, the fundamentals of the Indian economy are being subverted. The Prime Minister says that the fundamentals of the Indian economy are strong. The Home Minister reiterates that statement. But has someone really ever questioned what does it mean when you refer to the fundamentals of the Indian economy? Unlike China, India is essentially a private economy. And except for government expenditure and government investment, there is absolutely no confidence. There is absolutely no faith which people or investors have left in the Indian economy. And that is why the share of agriculture in our GDP has dropped to a record low of 14%. Agriculture, which provides employment and sustenance to 65% of India's people. The core industries of India, the manufacturing sector, is growing at 2.1% only, primarily because there is no demand. Today, the situation is that in the heartland of India, in rural India, people do not have surplus 5 rupees to buy a packet of Parle-G. There is no disposable income which is available with people any longer. For the past 5 years, there has been a deep-rooted agrarian crisis in this country which is continuing to get worse. Merchandise exports and imports are down. And the worst is that the so-called Mudra scheme, which government had touted as a great employment generator. Excerpts of a report which was commissioned by the Ministry of Labour and which obviously the government suppressed and did not want it to become public before the elections, now clearly points towards the fact that only that new jobs account for only 10% of total loans given. Over a period of 33 months, new jobs account for only 10% of the total number of loans given under the Mudra scheme. The scheme, in other words, is a monumental failure. Then you come to Kashmir. For the last 1 month, there has been a complete shutdown in Kashmir, in every sense of the word. Jammu and Kashmir is in the throes of an undeclared emergency where civil rights have ceased to exist. Kashmir is a volcano which is waiting to explode. And the NDA BJP government, except for coercion, intimidation, detention, has no other policy as to how to deal with this man-made disaster which they have created. The situation in Assam is going north. 19 lakh people, or more than 19 lakh people, have been rendered stateless. Irrespective of the verbal sophistry that you may put on it, the reality is that 19 lakh people, after the publication of the last NRC draft, have been rendered stateless. Even after going through whatever judicial processes are left, if the number was to come down by even, let's say, 50%, does the government of India have a plan? Does the government of India have an end game in mind? What are they going to do with those people who, as per the NRC process, cease to be citizens of India?